What is up, guys? Today we're taking a look at a few breakdowns, but mainly kind of looking at this idea of how to deal with someone who is really fed on the enemy team. This isn't like the magic answer, okay? You're not going to watch this and be like, oh yeah, of course, now I can trash everyone. It's not easy if someone on the enemy team is fed, but there are at least a few examples of things you can do, and it'll help your overall team fighting anyway. This again is in part brought to you by the lovely guys over at Pro Guides. A link for them will be down in the description below. So when someone is fed, there are already two ways we can deal with them. You either kill them first or fight when they aren't around. It's not really easy to do either, I guess, but those are the most common options you're going to have. This first fight is kind of somewhere in the middle-ish actually. Basically, as we roll it, I can see Darius is farming mid lane and Corki is sitting here all on his own. Darius is like 13-1 this game, so I don't want to go anywhere near him, and I decide to take the risk to grab Corki. Worst case, my team is here to back me up, but it's literally just trying to find a quick pick when someone is out of position. There is a team fight afterwards when they come in to stop us that we can take a little look at too. I kind of make a mistake at the start, but it's not major. Panther's about the only person on their team who isn't fed right now, so I'm not too worried about him ulting onto me, even though I probably shouldn't have stood right in the middle. The biggest thing this fight is positioning. When Darius flashes in, I just run downwards. Like, I don't even attack move. I don't finish Pantheon off. I just run to get some distance. I run this way especially because it's the furthest point away from Lux and I don't have my dash. I just used it, so I have to play safe. Even though splitting away from your team isn't always the best idea, they have nothing left to get onto me. That's why I go so aggressive after Darius. I know he has no flash, he can't get onto me, so it's my time to pump out some damage. Now this one is more common. It's them getting a little bit cocky, and this happens all the time in games really. It's a different game, but same situation. Darius is fed, and I'm not, just a poor little AD carry. The first thing to point out, I guess, is we're grouped now to make sure that they can't snowball on us and dive us. This starts with Leona jumping in, and I'm just going to hit her a few times, try to punish her, but I don't commit. I'm actually looking at Darius right now off to the side. There are two things here. As they run backwards, we lose vision, but we also get vision of Ezreal near the dragon. This is a really big thing actually. I'm attack moving into the bush here, and because we have no vision, I'm about to run straight into it. But yeah, so Darius gets cocky, he gets hit by a bind, and that is when I decide to use everything to try and kill him as fast as I can because, well, really, he can't do anything to me, he's locked down. Even though we're winning, they're ahead, and they have a Leona ultimate still, plus Ari just sitting there. I'm going to use my W first on Darius, and then my ultimate, which gives me the speed up, but it's letting me do some damage without actually having to go forward too much. I do make a mistake and get hit by the Leona ultimate, but thankfully this late into the fight, it doesn't really matter. I still should have used my dash to dodge it though, but the rest of the fight is basically just clean up after we took out the fed one. After those first two, you might just be thinking, okay, he's just telling us basic stuff, and kind of, but if you don't follow it, then this is what happens. I'm going to break this fight down, but I think it's good to actually watch the fight through first, so I'm going to leave you with this, and I'll be back in a second. This starts off well, we're baiting them into Baron and the game is a little bit more even now, but Darius still has 15 kills, so I'm not going anywhere near him. As soon as they come in, I'm going to back up here. This gives me the most safety while also letting me do a ton of damage. I'm going to aim my ultimate at Pantheon first just to basically remove him from the fight. Like, he's coming to the middle of 5 people. I can't really auto him because he could just stun me with his W into follow up from the team, so it's safer if I stay away. I always say this, but walls are like AD carry's best friend. You can attack over them and people can't reach you. It's not like quite the same. I don't know if this really counts as a huge wall, but I'm using this here basically to do the same job. It lets me focus people while being really safe. The problem is this fight, we focus Pantheon and now Corki with his hook, and while it looks like we're kind of ahead, while we are kind of ahead, we're actually leaving Darius completely untouched this fight, and it is going to cost us. He executes Riven with his ultimate, which gets him the reset, like the passive that applies full stacks, and this is why you attack move. I right clicked on Corki here while he was hooked so I could finish him off, but Thresh was late with his flay and it meant that he got his Valkyrie off. Because I right clicked, I automatically move around the wall to get in range, and unfortunately before I can react, I faceplant and Alistair Q, which gets me killed. It shows you how just like one mistake or the smallest thing can mess you up late game. But the point is basically if we all focus the Fed Darius like we should have, then we would have done much better anyway. Now I hope this helps your team fighting. Thank you again to Pro Guides. You can check out their website or their YouTube where they have some pretty cool videos. If you enjoyed, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. But for now, as always, it's time for a little bit of the good old robots.